Hi, it's Robin Barraclough, and I'm here at Noosa and at a body harmony workshop this weekend. And I just thought I'd share a couple of snippets with you from the weekend as we go through. It's a beautiful retreat that I'm at. There's a whole group of us doing lots of beautiful body work using body harmony. And I thought I'd give you an example of how you can use body harmony. Yesterday we were working with joints. And there's lots of different ways that joints can be affected. You know, there can be lack of movement moving through them. There can be pain. There can be difficulty in movement. There can be pain that's being affected in other areas from the movement that's going on. Yesterday, what happened for me is I was working with someone who actually had too much movement in that joint. When she walked, the joint was sort of twisting and moving, so it wasn't really stable in its joint. What I did is, when we were working with the joint, there's different ways that we're going to work it with joints depending on the situation. So there was another person who was in the workshop yesterday who had a lot of pain in his joints, and the practitioner was using some techniques to bring movement into that joint. The joint wasn't actually moving through the joint, so he was using a lot of what we call sponging techniques to just bring some movement into the joint, to stimulate some movement so it could start to not only move but sense where it was in place and time, so that when he was moving afterwards, that sense of movement was coming through, like he could sense the floor, he could sense his foot more to be able to be able to move. With the person that I was working on, it was a different sort of problem where she couldn't find the stability in the joint because there was too much movement. It's like there was too much weight being put. You know, the ball of her foot needed more connection and that sort of thing before she could sort of feel that and trust the support of the ground underneath her. So when we were working, I was really holding her foot in a different sort of way to create an environment of support, to create an environment where she could trust. So we were working not so much with the muscles and with the ligaments and that sort of thing, but we were working in that case more with her nervous system, more with her. Even though I was, working into the joint, meeting it where it was at, and that sort of thing, we were working with how can her foot trust the ground that's underneath her again. And when she walked, there was such a difference. Her ankle wasn't wobbling around. She was moving through the joint. So it went from a very unstable, unsecure movement to a movement which was much more secure on the ground, much more stable. She could sense how the ground was supporting her. So when we work with body harmony, we're not just working with muscles, joints, and that sort of thing, with the structures of your body. We're working also with your nervous system. How is your nervous system affected by what's happening in the in what you're sensing in your environment, what you're sensing in the ground underneath you? And we're helping you to find ways to be able to, as much as anything else, re-sense yourself, re-sense your environment, so you can find that not only the movement but the sense of strength, the sense of stability, the sense of enjoyment again. So it's very much working with you to how you can move forward in a different way in your life and really enjoy it. So that's my little case study from the Noosa 1 month retreat today. I'm looking forward to talking with you soon, and I hope you've enjoyed that. Talk soon. Bye.